Today, I want to share a bit about my own personal experience with art therapy. So, I've been in a group art therapy with school. It's an 18 months long program, and every time we have class, we have a 2 hour group experiential. So, it's a group with all my classmates, and we have a facilitator where we get to try out different art directives so we can see how it works on us and also to gain self awareness. And I've also been seeing my own individual art therapist for individual sessions. And I see them sometimes every 2 weeks if things are a bit more stressful in my life, or it could just be like once a month or whenever I need them. So there are three things that I think I got. Well, I think a lot of things, but three main things. The first thing is helping me through grief. So I actually enrolled in my art therapy program a few months after my dad passed. And I can't remember exactly what the directive was, but within that process, I figured out my dad is an elephant. And I like to draw it a lot, through that process. So every time when I draw it, I feel like I'm closer to him. I get to know him a little bit more. Because I think the one thing I was most scared of after he passed away is that I'll forget everything he's taught me, or that we didn't have enough time, for me to ask him everything and to know everything about him. It was quite scary, and sad. But as I keep drawing it, every time I get to connect with it, I'm like, okay, I remember this is what my dad taught me. This is, what he would think. And then through that process, I realized actually I know my dad enough, to know that what he would say and how he would guide me through my process. I don't think grief ever leaves you, and I feel that was amazing that I actually got to have that symbol to work with so I can keep connecting with my dad. And secondly, I got to know how to embrace who I am. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm a very passionate person. When I believe something, I can talk about it a lot, and sometimes I feel the energy can scare people. And I think that's something I got from my dad too. So when I was starting this full circle art therapy center, and even just getting to know who I am more and the way I talk, I was actually quite resistant to how passionate I am. Sometimes I want to decide to tone myself down. But this is actually something I just brought to my art therapist, and I'm like, hey, this is something I'm dealing with. What can we do? So, she asked me to draw out, the different part of me. And I think the passion part was I draw this little bunny. It's cute, but sometimes the energy might be just too much. And through talking, and kind of drawing it a bit more, it kind of makes me feel like, okay, I am passionate, and this is something that I can own it. If people are not okay with it, then they're just not. I can't force them to be with my passion, but I need to be able to own up to it. And also just learn sometimes, different ways, I can actually channel my passion. So it's not always about other people, giving me feedback or having that same energy as me. Now, the third thing is having compassion for myself. Compassion is a total new word that I've never heard of when I was growing up. And then when I came here, people start talking to Canada. People start talking about compassion, having compassion for yourself. And I'm like, okay, I don't understand. If I'm compassionate with myself, that means I won't improve. But that's actually not true. So I think it was, again, I forgot exactly what directive it was, but I remember drawing myself. And then I was asked, what would it look like, to show compassion to yourself? And I just remember finding a color that reminds me of kindness, compassion, love, and then just drawing a circle around me. And then even then I'm like, okay, I guess I can be nicer to myself, and after drawing that, I just felt warm inside. And also knowing that nothing about me has to change, it's just actually more freedom. So it was actually weird, but somehow, I'll just say, okay, through that, okay, this is how I can show compassion to myself. I hope that was helpful to give you a little bit insight about what art therapy looks like, how can it help me. And if you have any questions or comments, please let me know, and I'll try to get to it as soon as I can. And until next time. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to our channel. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to explore, please comment below or you can email us at info@fullcircleatc.com.